You've probably seen it. Tesla's advertising the new Model 3 for a price that just seems almost too good to be true. And when a deal looks that sweet, you gotta ask, what's the catch? So today, we're gonna dig into Tesla's phantom math to find out what you'll actually pay. So it all kicked off with headlines like this one, a new, more affordable Tesla. For a long time, the price has been the biggest hurdle for a lot of people. This announcement felt like a huge deal, maybe the moment that finally opened the door for a whole new wave of EV buyers.
And this is the number that really turned heads. $450 a month for a brand new Tesla. That is an incredibly attractive number. It puts it right in the ballpark with a whole range of other cars and, a lot more budgets. It's the kind of price that makes you stop and think, wait a minute, maybe I can afford one.
But that's the big question, right? Because when a number looks that good, you just have to wonder how they got there. So let's peel back the layers and see what the real monthly payment looks like when you get down to it.
Okay, so this brings us to the heart of the issue, something our source material calls phantom math. It sounds a little mysterious, right? Let's break down exactly how Tesla calculates this price and find the numbers that are kind of hidden in the fine print. So what in the world is phantom math? Well, it's a price that isn't really based on the car's sticker price at all. Instead, it's calculated using probable savings, which is basically this hypothetical money you might save on gas over a few years to make that monthly payment look super low. And check this out. This table really lays out the two different worlds of pricing perfectly. On the left, you've got the flashy advertised deal, based on those probable savings. But over on the right, you have the reality, which is based on the actual purchase price of the car. The craziest part is, you have to do that math yourself to see the true cost. And yeah, it's a lot higher. All right, let's look at the numbers for real. Let's set aside all that probable savings stuff and just focus on what the car actually costs. How much does that monthly payment change? Well, the difference is pretty striking. And here it is, plain and simple. The advertised price is $450 a month. But the reality, based on the actual price you pay for the car, is closer to $575, maybe even more. That's a difference of over $125 every single month. That's $1,500 a year. So what's hiding under the surface here? Well, that headline price conveniently ignores a few key things. It doesn't include the required down payment, and it only applies to a very specific, basic model, not the more popular versions with more features that most people actually want. But the catch isn't just about the money. To actually get that super low price, you're also giving up some really key features, starting with how far the car can even go on a single charge. The first big trade-off is the range. This specific model that qualifies for that low price, it comes with a much lower range of just 260 miles. For a lot of drivers, that could be a huge deal. It really impacts how you can use the car for road trips or even just longer commutes. The car also uses a whole different kind of battery. It's called an LFP battery. The main takeaway here is that these batteries have different rules for charging, like you need to charge them to 100% pretty regularly, and they can sometimes perform a bit differently in cold weather. It's just another key trade-off you make for that lower price. This all kind of begs the question, why? Why present the pricing in such a confusing way? Well, it points to a much bigger business strategy that's all about hitting a very specific affordability target. There's actually an industry term for this. They're called decontented models. It's basically a strategy where car makers will offer cars with fewer features or lower specs, like a smaller battery, just so they can hit an attractive, low price point for their marketing. And the result of a strategy like this? Well, it can create a product lineup that is just incredibly confusing for us, the buyers. When prices are based on hypothetical savings for these very specific models, it becomes almost impossible for a normal person to easily compare the true cost and features of different cars. So, with all this confusing math out there, how can you be a smarter shopper? Well, it really comes down to a simple playbook. Let's walk through 4 steps you can use to find the real price of any car, not just a Tesla. It's really a simple 4-step process. First, always look past that big, flashy headline number. Second, hunt around on the website for the full purchase price. Third, use that purchase price to calculate your own monthly payment with an online calculator. And finally, don't forget to factor in any required down payments. And all of this leaves us with a final, really important question. As car companies push harder and harder to advertise affordability and attract new buyers, we have to ask, is transparency getting lost somewhere in the fine print?
It's a good reminder that the most important number isn't the one in the ad, it's the one you calculate for yourself.